Hi, welcome back to part 2 of stripping down and restoring this Leonidas multi-calendar vintage dress watch. So part 1, I'll put a link in the description of what we did in that video, and you can have a look there. So let's crack on. So this is the dial side. So if you remember from part 1, there's what appeared to be a fault with this moon phase. It pushed in, but it didn't move back. So I just think it's dirty. I've had a quick look now, just off camera, and I'll just push that in, see if you can see. It does want to go now, so it could just be dirt, or there isn't much clearance underneath the dial, but it doesn't look like it's scratched. So I'm going to put this down to lack of oiling, lack of lubrication, and it's just a bit of friction on that post, and it just couldn't do its job properly there. So I'm going to put that down to that, so I'm not too worried. So let's get that off and put that to one side. So I've taken off this calendar wheel here, which is the month, and then we've got to get rid of the day one now, so we can have a look underneath and see what we're working with. So I'll just do that now. If you notice, I put the screw back on the month wheel. So it was good practice to put, if you got an unusual watch or watch that you're not working on or a watch you don't work on regular and you're not sure where all the screws will go, put the screw back in the hole. It's the easiest way then. So once it's clean and you're building the caliber back up, you can just look and the screw is in the right location. So here we go. So this is the month wheel. So this will have 31 teeth. And it did seem quite loose when I took off the dial. So I'm hoping when we secure the dial down with the new dial screw, we shouldn't have an issue with this, but it may need a washer as well. So I'll keep an eye on that. I'll just pop that screw back in now. Going to put it there first, but that's where the moon phase went. So these need to come out, but also this plate is located in position by this screw, and I think a screw here. So let's see if we can take this off. I don't want to take all these levers and springs off, because you're best cleaning the watch in as complete as possible when it comes to things like this, because if you either don't take a picture or you don't make a drawing, it could be very hard to get it back right. And you can always take them off once it's clean. Just make sure there's no burrs, no trap dirt, and then you can grease or oil accordingly. So you notice there someone's put number 2. You see that? So these wheels have been marked. So 1, 2, and 3. So someone's already done this. So obviously evidence of it being serviced in the past. So what I'll do, there's no obvious lines on the plates or the wheels to show you where they should go. So as you're building this watch back up, you're going to have to work out where all these little pins go. So you can just see these on the camera here. So these will push around the relevant discs, and there's one over there as well, really close to that screw. So I'm going to take this apart now. Let's get rid of these. So here we go. Look, we can see what caliber it is. So it is an ETA 1100. I'll have to get my eyeglass out on that. Just make sure that is a 0 there where that hole has gone. But I can look that up. Well, there you go. It is an ETA. Surprised at that because Leonidas did make their own movements, but not on this occasion. So I'm going to check these screws. Now 2 are the same length, but this one over, let's say the 9 o'clock position was longer. So I'm going to have to make a note of that was longer. So I'm not going to put them back in because they're a bit vulnerable. If I was to leave this in the cleaning machine, it could catch them. So I know 2 are the same, but this one is longer than these 2. Right, so I can't take this wheel off yet. So now it's to get this plate off. So I believe it's here, here, and then here. So let's have a go. Screwdriver won't fit through there. So can we get this one out? If we can press that, can you see that? Or will it just catch the back edge? No, it's fine. It's coming off together. That's good. I don't want to take all these levers off and complicate this repair any further. Make sure that's off. It's just a quarter of a thread there. Just don't want to catch the, like, coming out at an angle slightly. There we go. Come back that off in a minute and take that off. So put that to one side. So here you go, just like a normal watch now. So calendar mechanism normally bolted on. So this just exposes what you'll see in most watches. So we can take the hour wheel off. Now that hour wheel come off quite freely actually. I thought there might be some friction there with the cannon pinion. Normally they bind and seize. That's normally an issue why watches stop. But it's always good practice to put it into handset and just deburr that cannon pinion. I'm just running that round in my tweezers there. So what that does, it just takes any burrs off this surface here, and that just helps with the hour wheel going on. It was quite free, but I just do it on every watch, especially on vintage watches. And the set and lever spring here is broke. And take the cannon pinion off. So I'm hoping it comes off quite easy. Yeah, that come off a bit too easy. Turn bar spring. The turn bar. We know that's on the screw, so we'll leave that. So let's get this shock jewel out here. See if it tips out. Nope. There we go. So I'll just put that on the bench. See if you can see it. Normal shock protection, Inca block. So we'll just split the spring. So we're just taking it out from the spring. And we'll just split the jewel. See if it wants to come away. Now with old watches that have been in a long time, it could be really dry. But there you go, this has split, so that can go through the cleaning machine. I'll just get rid of that now. So let's get back to the other side and remove the center seconds, or the center seconds wheel, or the cannon wheel. Seems quite tight on this foot. Now I checked the end shake on this and this was all good. And there's not too much wear on that at all. It's dirty. And also the hole that this goes through here there's hardly any wear. Same with the bottom of the barrel. So that's a good sign. Stem out, sliding pinion, setting wheel. So the next thing now is to get the balance, put the balance back on place and remove the jewel. And also I'll start loading up the baskets and I'll show you that. Okay, I placed the balance back in position. I'm just going to remove the jewel here. And also I've removed that screw for the dial foot. So I want to have a look and match up with some of my spare screws and similar screws to find one to go here, because this was missing. So this was out of here, so I've taken this out. So I'll start looking for a screw for that while the watch is being cleaned. May have to order one from an assortment set, so that's another job to do off camera. So I'll just show you how I remove the shock setting. So just an oiler blade, remove it in tight, one side, then the other, lift it up, let's see if it falls out. Nope. And there's the setting lever. Again, you just have to be gentle because they've been here a long time. You don't want to force it, you don't want to damage that pivot, because I know the pivot's fine. But there's been a lot of oil in here and it congeals. So there you go. Just hold it. See if it'll split. There you go. Doesn't always split first time. If it doesn't split, you could always drop it in some isopropanol, leave it for a little while and then try it again. Or you could put it through the cleaner complete and the process of cleaning may split it. You may need to clean it again because it might have just come out on the heat process, so it may not be squeaky clean. So just bear that in mind. But luckily this one come out okay. I'll just close that, secure that up. And there you go, that's the setting lever screw. So for me, that's ready for going in the cleaning machine. Any of this dirt here will just come off in the cleaning machine. I don't need to do a pre-clean. The machine that we use is ultrasonic in every jar. It's vacuum. I'll show you this as well, maybe in another video. So I'll get the parts, put it in the basket, show you how I do that. Then I'll split the barrel and remove the mainspring. And then yeah, we'll get it in the cleaning machine. Okay, this is the barrel. So we're going to remove the lid. And this is a barrel closing tool. You can get your own from different manufacturers, but basically this is what they look like. This one is from Rolex originally. So the barrel lid is at the bottom. So you just want to place the barrel in on the top or any hard surface, and then you just, with your nails, just hold the lip and push down. That's it. You don't need to get a screwdriver in here. This is not for you to attack it. And it just pops. That's it. So you don't need to slip or do any damage. Just use your hands. The watch is going through the cleaning machine, so just use your hands. It doesn't matter. I'll just take the lid off. I'm going to show you a quick trick. So let's hopefully this doesn't fly out. So whenever you remove a barrel lid, you're opening up the end shape and also deforming it ever so slightly. So good practice is to put the barrel lid on this concave part of the barrel closer. If you can see that there, it's concave. And push it back down. You just push on your pegwood. That's all you need to do. Not too hard. That's just good practice because you'll forget. You'll put the new mainspring in, and then you'll close the barrel lid, and then the end shape's huge. So if you close that before you clean it, as soon as you remove the mainspring, it just stops you from forgetting, and it's just good practice to do that straight away. So that's that done. Let's remove the arbor. So look how old this mainspring is. So this is what you call an old blued mainspring. Catch that light there. So let's just get rid of this. So hopefully, because we've got the caliber number, I don't need to measure this mainspring. I should be able to order one from General Resorts. So I'm just going to cup this in my hand. I'll pull at it. Just let it explode in my hand. And there you go. It's out. Look at that. That is really weak. That's set. So, yeah, that's not going back in the watch. So it was good practice to replace the mainspring every time you do a service anyway, but you would never even consider putting that back in. And there you go. Don't need to pre-clean this. This is quite clean. The cleaning machine will handle that. So I'm going to load up the baskets now. And we're going to get the watch in the machine. And that might be done for this video. So I'll get the baskets loaded now. And I'll show you the next steps. Right, so the watch is in the cleaning machine basket. So I've just laid it out like this. I also removed the upper crown wheel. That was a reverse thread. And there you go, just space out the parts. And then smaller parts, shock jewels, tiny screws. Some of the wheels are in that one, so I'll put the lid on that. I can go there. And then in this one, the skate wheel and the pallets. The reason why I do this, because I epilam the skate wheel and the pallets. So once they're out the cleaning machine, I put them in a separate solution. So it's just to make the process a little easier, more efficient. And then just load them up anyway, really. I'll just grab a lid for the baskets. Now, we use the Solvex VA machine, which loads the baskets in from the top, and also then the baskets together in this cage load in from the top as well. So it's a top loader. So it's a vacuum ultrasonic machine made by Elmer. It's an excellent machine. So what the vacuum does, it stops the bubbles forming around the parts, really. So the cleaning fluids get into every single part, in all the jewel holes, in every nook and cranny. The vacuum system's fantastic. And then you can adjust the ultrasonic if you wish. You can also run isopropanol, because it is explosion proof, because it uses a vacuum. So it is a really good machine. I will do a separate video on the machine and the functions that we use. So basically that's it. That's the basket. I'll get that in the machine, get that cleaned. Also need a mainspring, setting lever, another screw, a Darfoot screw, cam style screw. Then also we need a new glass. So I'll just pop out that glass. I'll measure that glass. So that's just a low dome, medium dome or high dome plexi. I'll just double check. I'll order the glass for that. Then we'll clean the case, and then we'll just lightly polish the case. It's not having a big refurbishment, but there is rust and tarnishing, so we'll do that as well in the meantime. So I'll get this in the cleaning machine now. This will be the end of part 2. So thanks for watching. I'll put a link in the description for part 1. So if you've got any questions or you want to see anything in more detail, do let us know. Don't email, put it in the comments. I will see them and I will respond, and we can build a bit of a community and make better videos for you. So right, I'll leave you with this, and I'll see you in the next one.